Afternoon Delight. Let's give you a show at it. Ribbon cut. Welcome back. We have a review for you today. This is Cornell and Diehl Afternoon Delight. And this is an aromatic. This is a very interesting blend. This tin's actually from 22. Make that out. This blend I've had trouble with. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not very popular. Nobody talks about it, but it's still available. So anything that I am currently smoking that I haven't reviewed before and that is still available, I'll do a review on, because there's a bunch of McBaron I wanted to get to. Guess what? Done. Sutliff I really didn't smoke because of their chemical goop nonsense. So I didn't really participate in that crowd. So you're not going to get that type of review on here, and I've stated that in the past. But I've been going through a lot of 8-ouncers, not trying to make excuses, but some people do wonder where people go. I'm still kicking. This thing, I've opened this probably 2 years ago, and I got massive aftertaste. I don't know what was going on with it. So I let it sit. I let it sit in this tin, believe it or not, probably a good year and a half. And I do a bowl here or there. And recently I started smoking quite a bit of it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to finish the tin of this. I need to do a review of this because I'm probably not buying this again. But just in case anybody's interested, this is part of the Working Man series, which produced the 5 o'clock Shadow, which was, it's a home runner for Cornell and Diehl. So, but this is smoky because it has latakia in it. Now it's just a touch of latakia. You really can't pick up on it. There's like a touch of everything in this. This is kind of a mixed bag thing. You got red and bright Virginias. You got some Oriental leaf. You got some Kentucky. There might even be some Burley in here for all I know. But it's just a touch of latakia, and it says a touch of latakia, and it's coated with it's cased with maple, but it's not autumn evening. It's nowhere close to being autumn evening. It's not even a cousin of autumn evening. It's a whole different experience. But the aftertaste, when I first cracked this 2 years ago, I don't know what that was. It was all in everything for the rest of the day. And I can't have that because I don't smoke this all day long. I bounce around. So I left it open with this lid on in this tin, sitting here on the table, the desk here for a year and a half. And whatever that nonsense was kind of wore off. Now, the fact that I need to prep it in that type of fashion, I'm not dealing with it. I'm just not dealing with it. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it's the latakia mixed with the topping, the casing. I don't know if it's the PG. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not. Maybe that's why nobody talks about this. I don't know. Tobacco reviews only got like 4 reviews on this. This has been out a while. So, yeah, I mean, this is not their stellar or aromatic, but I can get through this tin now. It's actually real half decent now. I can sit back and I can enjoy this aromatic. It has that smoky campfire. It has that description now. Once that aftertaste, topping, whatever that was, wore off. And maybe it wore off after 6 weeks. I don't know. But it turned me off, and it's kind of like, and I'm not dealing with it. but I'll leave it here and I'll come back to it later. And that's what I did, and it's smokable now. But I don't know what that time frame is. I'm not going to buy, you know, a dozen tins and do testing with it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it because there's so many other good aromatics out there. You know, if you want maple, you just smoke autumn evening. If you want maybe a campfire, you can play around. It's probably better to play around with the autumn evening. Like maybe buy some straight Latakia and put maybe a pinch of that in there. With I've had good luck putting Perique, a pinch of Perique in autumn evening, but I've never played around with Latakia. So have at it if you want to play that game. But this has been kind of a struggle for me for this blend, but I got it to smoke, I got it to finish, and well, it's almost done. So I probably got 5 or 6 bowls left. So that's why it wasn't really a proper tin opening, because I actually cracked this before I started doing all that. That's how long it's been sitting here. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's very smooth. It has that smokiness. It has that maple, but it's very faint. Like I said, now it's half decent now, but what I had to do it, it's not worth it, you know. But this is it's half decent now. That's all I can say. It's smokable. And I'll buy it again. No, but there's just too much other stuff out there that smokes way better, unfortunately. So, you know, there's only so many blends that you're gonna like. So from now on, I'm only going to review stuff that's actually physically available. And unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that goes through my rotation that's not available. And I opened a couple McBaron tins over the winter months, and they're just about done. But there's no sense reviewing them. Here's the Dark Twist. I had all intentions on reviewing that, but that's going to be going bye-byes here in a few weeks or about months or whatever. But this is so old. This is from 2012, and you really can't. Here's your review right now. This is aged so long that whole dark fire, like nuances here or there, is just completely gone. Yeah, that's all I taste is age. So there is a such thing as too much age. There is a such thing, but that particular blend just didn't. It tastes completely different, because I remember what it tasted like fresh, and you have those little nuances because it's a coin cut, and half the blend is the center of the coin is Dark Fire Kentucky, and the other one I think is just a Virginia blend, and they mix it, and then you can pack your pipe the way you want to. I remember getting those little nuances, those little hints of Dark Fire Kentucky that come in and out. This is just all age. So, and the Highland mixture too, which hasn't been available for probably at least a decade or something. So, that's what I'm going to focus on if it's sustainable. But I'm not going to be making an effort, say, okay, I got to open this because I got to make a video. That's not how I function. So when there is something that I'm going through, I'll keep you guys informed. But like I said before, there's no regular basis to this. There's no regular schedule. There's nothing. Whenever I have something going on, some review or something, most of the informational videos are already up. So have at it them. If you're new smoker and you came across this, just look at the playlist. But this was Afternoon Delight, or After Taste Delight, however you want to rename this thing. Yeah, buy it, crack it, put it on your desk for a year and a half, and then enjoy it. What can I say? Have a good one.